Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account and we are looking at the Cursed Realm. So within the guild, we're going to get into the Hellscape and the Cursed Realm, guys. Now this one, of course, is the Burning Brute. This iteration, we're going to run through a guide in just a minute. What I do for this, similar to what we do to the Nightmare Corridor or even the Treasure Scramble, is if there is a chance to reset it, it is a multitude of running different teams in here to really find out which one works the best. And then that is the one that we run through a couple times. Now in this game mode, I do it probably 20 or 30 times. So I spend a couple to 100 diamonds going through and making sure that we maximize the Brute. You can see right here, we are at the top 6%. So doing pretty well so far, but we're gonna hop over. Let's check out the guide for the Burning Brute and the Cursed Realm. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, guys, so here it is. Again, ultimately not too friendly, but there is gonna be a couple of sub teams in here, maybe not as much as we're used to. Now over on Cursed Realm, friends, I know he has not been feeling very well, so we haven't seen our regular guides that we can actually run through, but I wanted to run through this. This is sort of an expedition over on the Chinese server, as you can see from the top, guys. And let's go through the teams. You can see number one Merc is Baden. Then we have the awakened version of Athalia, and then we have Belinda. Baden, for a lot of players, is the one that you really do want to work, or you want to go ahead and Merc in here because it does make a big difference, as well as Athalia. So going through here, 4 teams are needed to use the female punches, which again, the conversion from the Chinese with this guide to what they actually have. So you can see if you have Queen in here, guys, Edwin is a good combination to put in or a replacement for Queen. We also do have Kren in here. So the only one you're looking for in the first team is the awakened version of Baden. If you can Merc it, that is really the big priority. And again, looking at this guide, there is not as many sub comps. There's not as many change comps in here that we have seen in the past with some of the guys that we've seen. The second team, this goes in here with, again, the awakened version of Belinda. Now, Ivan has kind of replaced a lot of different heroes. You can see Narco is right here, which again is pretty strong when it comes to the buffs in here, but it has to be 30960. If she is not 30960, then Ivan is in there, or Sophia, or Moriel, again, kind of as the combination. If you do not have Kanisa and Rook, you can run Moriel in here. And also looking at some of the other guides, if you're over on the Cursed Friends Discord, you can kind of do a combination of both of them together to see which formations have changed, which formations kind of run the same, and then going from there. And it's funny because doubleheader, the Summoner God, and then the Mosquito. I believe Ivan is the Mosquito. The doublehead is, of course, Kanisa and Rook. And the Summoner God, I believe that one is Demia, or it might be the awakened version of Belinda, which again, kind of interesting to see. But unless it's the pet Nadia that they're running in here. So team number 3 is running, of course, this is the old Orthos run. Orthos with the awakened version of, or excuse me, the original version of Taylene. Then we have Peanut in here. Then we have the original version of Aziz in here. Highest combat rating, of course, has to be Taylene, which still works in this. It's amazing that after 3+ years, that the awakened or the original version of Taylene is still working in here and working well. Now, team number 4, guys, we do have Guineas in here. If you don't have Guineas, you can also go in here with a couple other ones. So we do have Mishka in here. We do have the awakened version of Sophia. We also do have Rem. And then, of course, the variation down here is the awakened version of Solus. And then, of course, it does have Queen in this comp if you're not using this one in team 1. So stable high damage, this is Brutus, guys. If you don't have Brutus, you can put in Yennefer. You can also put in Albedo right there, the Enchanted Zone right there if you do have, or if you do have Merlin within here. But this is running Leonardo with Khazard, which of course is going to give the duration extension. Then we have Amelia in here. Amelia is going to be the main damage dealer in here. Brutus, of course, for the crowd control. But what's going to happen is we're going to have a lockdown on this team. It is going to require Leonardo to ult, which of course is going to, with the 9 of 9 furniture, put them into a 45% more damage, followed by Amelia just crushing damage within here, which is kind of crazy to see. Try to borrow the 30960 Ice Demon, which again, I believe that Amelia is the Ice Demon they're referring to. I don't think it is Khazard, which again is pretty interesting to see. Now, when it comes to Team 6, or you can see here, guys, it is again the new hero. That is why when a lot of players have been asking who exactly should I build, should I go for Liberto first, or should I go for Lucilla first? Honestly, he is being used in a crazy amount of formations, guys, which is the reason why I have said from the beginning, building him first does make more sense. As much as we see, the other hero within the PvP, the treasure scramble aspect, when it comes to a lot of different game modes, guys, even looking at the Twisted Realm, Liberta is doing a lot of damage in formations. You can see in here, guys, if you don't have Demia, you can put Damon in here. And then, of course, a couple change up. If you don't have Athalia in here, you can run Drez. If you don't have Drez, you can run Crescio, depending on who you have. And then, of course, this bottom formation doesn't even run the new hero anymore. So if you have the trial version, guys, you can make this work. But looking down here, we still have Lucy and Honesta, which is an old school combination. Athalia's in there, or Thane, or Drez, or Crescio right there. And then, of course, it is going to be the same with the rest of the heroes in this formation. Now, this again is looking at different formations, looking at different subs, seeing exactly who you can build and which teams you can build in here. I use the exact same methodology when it comes to using my free-to-play account. For instance, with this second team, guys, I have Amelia, I have Brutus on the free-to-play account. I have Albedo in there. I do have Leonardo and Khazard. This would be a solid team that I built. Up here, I do not have Ganius. I do not have Sophia. So my run would be right here, guys. I do have Solus. I have Tamaris. I have all of these heroes that are in the bottom, including Raku and Queen. So that would be my team right there. This one, I would use an entirely different alt team, and I would have to, because one, I don't have Orthos built, and I do not have the original version of Taylene built either, which means this would be an entirely different team. And then, of course, in here, I don't have Kanisa and Rook. I don't have Muriel, so we're going to look for a sub within that one. But I do have the rest of the heroes, and I just got the Awakened version of Belinda built. And then up here, again, I do have Baden as well as a couple others. I don't have Edwin. I do have Queen, but I don't have Kren. So again, looking in here, guys, I would merc the Awakened version of Athalia. And again, just looking back at my free-to-play account, I would merc the Awakened version of Athalia. I have Baden. I have Belinda, which makes it very easy when it comes down to these final teams, guys, because I know I have Honesta. I know I have Drez. And then, of course, I don't have Demia, but I can put Damon in there, and then I can use the trial version to really make this work and run this through, guys. So very, very cool. Again, I know this isn't quite the iteration that you want to see for the Cursed Realm, what we normally see over on Cursed Friends with all of the comps and the beasts and the variations in there. So guys, I hope it did help out a little bit, but that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Also, how many times are you running the Cursed Realm in the Nightmare Corridor? That's kind of a general one. I know some whales that run it many times. I run it usually, again, 20, 30 times, depending on exactly where I place to get to that 6% that I'm at right now. So again, guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.